Hurricane Milton getting ready to take its final approach into Florida. Exact landfall location still to be determined. So let's get right into it here. So this is still the 2 p.m., waiting for the 5 p.m. update to come out. 2 p.m. winds were down to 130 miles per hour, pressure 944. Wouldn't be surprised to see that come up, even the pressure come up a little bit more, the winds down a little bit more. So probably looking at a Cat 3 at landfall, I'm guessing. We'll see if it starts to level off or if it continues to weaken as it comes into shore here. But here's the official track by the National Hurricane Center, and this is really important because just several miles are going to make a big difference, especially in the Tampa Bay area. So the official track has it coming in somewhere around Sarasota, maybe just south of there, north of the Venice Beach area. Landfall looks, my best guess would be around 11 p.m. tonight. Now, again, a tick just north is going to make all the difference in the world for Tampa, because if it follows this National Hurricane Center track, then you have the winds coming off land, strong winds coming off land. That's really going to help out with the storm surge there in the Tampa Bay area. Then obviously Sarasota points south all the way down to Fort Myers. You're going to be dealing with quite a bit of storm surge, really regardless. So Tampa is, they're the ones that are really kind of biting their nails right now. Let's pop over to visible satellite, see what we're looking at. Let me put this into motion here. You can see it's a much different looking storm than it was, right? So it really lost that classic buzzsaw look and that eye, but still very powerful storm. It's grown in size, and that also makes a big difference as far as the storm surge goes. The bigger the storm, the wider the wind field, the more water it's able to push towards land. So even though it is a little bit weaker, it's still a very, very dangerous storm. So here's what we're looking at, right? If we try to figure out exactly where this is right now, let me go ahead and pause this. It's hard to make out exactly where this is right now. But it looks like we got that swirl somewhere around 27 north and call it 83.5 west. And if we go over to the radar, we can actually see that a little bit better. You actually make out the eye pretty well on radar. It's cloud covered, so you can't really see it too well on satellite anymore. But there it is, still a very well-defined center. Look at that heavy rain coming into the Tampa Bay area, Sarasota, lots of tornado warnings as well. Fort Myers, significant tornado damage, and still some active warnings out there. So please heed those warnings. Very, very dangerous weather going on. But if we look at the radar, I think we do see it at 83.5 west and about 27 degrees north. That's my best estimate right now based off satellite, and kind of matching that up with the coordinates. So let's pop over to the hurricane models, see if they have the placement right here. So this is the HAFSB, and this is for 21Z, so 5 p.m. Eastern time. And it has it looks like it has it right about that 83.5 west, but a little bit further south, looks like 26.8 north, but we'll have to see. It is possible they're not quite at 27 degrees north yet, but it does look like it's a tick further northwest, or at least further north, than what the hurricane models are showing. It looks like over the last couple hours there was a little bit of a wobble to the north. And again, every little wobble to the north is going to make a big difference as far as exactly where it makes landfall. So Tampa Bay, if it starts to cut in now, you're still going to see some storm surge, but you're not going to see that catastrophic storm surge if it comes in south. But another wobble to the north, you really can't afford many more wobbles at this point. So we're going to be watching that very, very closely over the next few hours, because really the margin is very thin at this point. Another wobble north, then it starts to cut in, and you're looking at the Tampa Bay landfall or the hurricane coming into Tampa Bay. So very, very, very close call for Tampa Bay. Going to continue to watch that. So as far as what we're looking at storm surge goes, so this is to kind of go along with their track. Now they're still leaving a little bit of room for error, especially in the Tampa Bay area, just because they know razor thin margin of error here. But right now they're going 8 to 12 feet, 9 to 13 feet down from south of Tampa Bay down to Boca Grande. Even the Fort Myers area, Port Charlotte, 8 to 12 foot storm surge there. So very, 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 very significant storm surge. But again, if this thing does shift north, I wouldn't be surprised to see if Tampa Bay sees higher storm surge than what's being shown here. And if it goes further south, if it stays south of Tampa Bay, I wouldn't be surprised if these numbers are not materialized. So you can see it's a lot depends on exactly where this makes landfall, especially in the Tampa Bay area. The rest of the coast, it's like going further south there. It really doesn't matter. This thing comes into Tampa Bay, you're still going to see some really high storm surge numbers. Let's take a look at some other impacts here. So the storm surge is obviously usually the most devastating. There's going to be a ton of rainfall as well. You can see them in the reds there. You're looking at 12 plus possible from the Tampa Bay area, Pinellas County up through the Daytona Beach area. By tomorrow morning, this thing's probably sitting right off the Space Coast and leaving. So kind of a quick mover in and out. But all eyes are really on where this landfall point is going to be exactly. So be interested to see there. So hope for the best, obviously, and prepare for the worst. Hopefully, at this point, preparation time is about expired. So wishing all the best to the folks down in Tampa Bay, down towards Fort Myers. Best of luck with this thing, and hopefully you guys are out of Dodge. So, but that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.